Petra, where time meets beauty, a breathtaking journey unfolds. It's not just a destination, it's a revelation. The very stones seem to whisper secrets of empires long gone. This isn't just travel, it's time travel. And if you think you've seen ruins before, prepare to have your expectations shattered. Welcome to Petra, Jordan's most iconic wonder, and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Carved directly into vibrant rose-red cliffs, Petra was once the thriving capital of the Nabatean kingdom around 300 BC. It remained hidden from the Western world until it was rediscovered in 1812. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most breathtaking archaeological sites on the planet. Your journey begins at the Sick, a narrow gorge nearly a mile long. As you walk through its high, winding sandstone walls, anticipation builds with every step. Then suddenly, the path opens, and you're face to face with the awe-inspiring treasury known as Al-Khazna. Towering at over 40 meters high, it's carved with unbelievable precision and mystery. Many believe it once held hidden treasures, adding to the site's mystique. But Petra is far more than just the treasury. Venture deeper, and you'll discover the Street of Facade, a row of tombs etched into the mountain face. Climb up to the high place of sacrifice for sweeping views and echoes of long-lost rituals. And if you're up for a physical challenge, take the 800 steps to reach the monastery, Petra's largest monument, almost rivaling the treasury in grandeur, but with a more remote and spiritual aura. What makes Petra truly unforgettable isn't just its architecture, it's the emotion it stirs. As the sunlight dances across the red rocks and the wind whispers through the canyons, you can't help but feel part of something eternal. Stay until sunset, and the entire valley glows with golden and amber tones, offering a moment of pure magic. If you visit in the evening, don't miss Petra by night, a candlelit tour that turns the Sick into a glowing corridor and ends at the treasury, illuminated by thousands of flickering lights. It's surreal, silent, and profoundly moving. Petra isn't just a place on a map. It's a chapter of human history written in stone. It's where the past reaches out to touch the present, and you're not just observing, you're participating. Whether you're a history lover, a photography enthusiast, or a spiritual seeker, Petra resonates on a soul-deep level. In the next chapter, we'll journey into the heart of the desert, where towering dunes, crimson cliffs, and Bedouin legends wait for you in Wadi Rum. But for now, take one last look at Petra, and let its ancient beauty remind you how deeply the world can still surprise us. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt utterly small beneath a galaxy of stars? Now imagine that sky stretching above an ocean of crimson sands, jagged cliffs, and surreal rock formations. That's Wadi Rum, Jordan's majestic desert wilderness. It's not just a place, it's a feeling, a vast echoing silence that speaks louder than words. And once you set foot in this alien landscape, you'll understand why it's been called the Valley of the Moon. Wadi Rum is like nowhere else on Earth. Located in southern Jordan, this protected desert reserve is a cinematic dream so otherworldly that it's doubled as Mars in films like The Martian and Dune. But it's not fiction, it's real, and it's magnificent. The adventure begins with a ride into the desert. Most visitors choose a 4x4 Jeep tour, and as the tires skim across the sand, you quickly realize you're in for more than sightseeing. You're entering a vast natural sculpture garden where wind and time have shaped sandstone and granite into masterpieces. One of the most iconic sights is the towering rock formation, known as the 7 Pillars of Wisdom, named after T.E. Lawrence's famous book. Lawrence, better known as Lawrence of Arabia, spent considerable time here during the Arab Revolt and described Wadi Rum as vast, echoing, and godlike. When you see the towering cliffs and endless silence, you'll feel it too. You'll stop at natural arches like Berda Rock Bridge, one of the tallest in the world, and Umfruth Rock Bridge, a favorite for climbing and photos. Each turn in the trail offers a new, jaw-dropping vista. Some rocks balance impossibly on narrow bases. Others look like melted sculptures from a dream. But Wadi Rum isn't just about the landscape, it's about the culture too. This land is home to the Bedouins, the indigenous desert-dwelling people whose traditions stretch back centuries. Spend an evening in a Bedouin camp and experience their warm hospitality. Sip sweet tea, savor a traditional zarb meal cooked in an underground sand oven, and listen to stories under a sky bursting with stars. Speaking of stars, Wadi Rum is one of the best stargazing spots on the planet. With no light pollution, the Milky Way is so clear it feels like you could reach up and touch it. As the fire crackles beside you, and the cool desert air wraps around you, the stillness is humbling. It's a moment of peace you'll carry forever. For the more adventurous traveler, Wadi Rum also offers camel treks, rock climbing, hot air balloon rides at sunrise, and even sandboarding. Whether you're hiking up massive cliffs or watching the dunes change color as the sun sets, the desert rewards your presence with unforgettable memories. Wadi Rum is a reminder that beauty doesn't need to be lauded, can be silent, wide open, and eternal. It's not just a destination, it's a reset button for your soul. You come here not just to see, but to feel. Leaving leaves, echoes in sand, cliffs, stars. Next chapter, we'll head to Jordan's vibrant capital Amman, where modern energy meets ancient heritage. But for now, let the echoes of Wadi Rum remind you. Sometimes, the quietest places speak the loudest. Ever wonder what it feels like to walk through time? One moment you're standing in a bustling cafe surrounded by modern skyscrapers, and the next you're gazing at Roman ruins that have stood for nearly 2,000 years. That's Amman, Jordan's vibrant capital, where ancient history and contemporary life exist side by side in perfect harmony. At first glance, Amman might seem like just another Middle Eastern metropolis. But take a closer look. Beneath the energy of street markets, cafes, and modern malls lies a city with deep roots, a place that has worn many names, played many roles, and witnessed the rise and fall of empires. Start your journey at the Citadel, perched atop Jabal al-Khala Hill. This is one of the oldest, continuously inhabited places in the world. As you walk among the crumbling columns of the Temple of Hercules, with sweeping views of the city all around, you realize that Amman isn't built on history, it is history. From the Roman, Byzantine, and Islamic eras, remnants of past civilizations tell stories in silence. Next, make your way down to the Roman Theater, an architectural marvel carved into the hillside in the 12th century AD. It once seated over 6,000 people, and still hosts performances today. A living connection between past and present. Sit in one of the ancient stone seats, and imagine the roar of the crowd, the echo of performers, the pulse of a city that's always been alive. But Amman isn't frozen in time. It's a living, breathing city with a pulse that quickens around every corner. Head downtown to Rainbow Street, where old meets new, in the best possible way. Boutique shops, rooftop cafes, and street food vendors fill the air with music, laughter, and the aroma of sizzling shawarma. It's the perfect place to people watch, shop for handcrafted souvenirs, or sip on cardamom-infused coffee as the sun sets behind the hills. One of the city's best-kept secrets is its food scene. Amman offers an unforgettable culinary journey. Don't leave without trying mansaf, the national dish of Jordan, tender lamb cooked in fermented yogurt sauce and served on a bed of rice and flatbread. And for a quick bite, falafel from Al-Quds on Rainbow Street is legendary. Simple, crispy, delicious. Amman's art scene thrives. Darat al-Funun Gem. Or visit the Royal Automobile Museum to marvel at the classic car collection of King Hussein, a blend of royal taste and national pride. But perhaps what makes Amman truly special is its people. Hospitable, curious, and proud of their heritage, they welcome you with warmth and stories. A cab driver might share his grandmother's recipe for hummus. A shopkeeper might insist you try his mother's homemade sweets. In Amman, strangers often become friends. At night, the city glows. Hillsides sparkle with lights. The call to prayer floats through the air. Rooftop terraces come alive with music and conversation. It's a city that doesn't sleep, not because it's restless, but because it has so much to say. Amman isn't just a stopover. It's the soul of Jordan, a place where past and present sit together over tea, telling tales, sharing meals, and reminding you that every street, every stone, every person has a story. So whether you're drawn to its ancient ruins, its modern vibe, or its irresistible food, Amman will surprise you and stay with you long after you leave. In the next chapter, we venture into Jordan's lush north to Jerash, a Roman city frozen in time. But for now, take a breath and enjoy this capital of contrasts. where history and heartbeat live as one. What if I told you that just an hour north of Amman lies one of the best preserved Roman cities in the world, a place where time seems to have paused for centuries? Welcome to Jerash, Jordan's hidden jewel of antiquity, where the ghosts of gladiators and emperors still seem to whisper through the colonnaded streets. Unlike Rome or Athens, where ancient ruins are swallowed by modern city life, Jerash feels untouched. You don't just visit history here, you walk through it, breathe it, and feel it under your feet. As you pass through Hadrian's Arch, built to honor Emperor Hadrian's visit in 129 AD, you're immediately transported. This towering gateway leads you into an ancient city so well preserved, it almost defies belief. Jerash was once known as Gerasa, a thriving Roman provincial town and part of the Decapolis League. Today, it's a sprawling archaeological site that feels like a living museum. Step into the Oval Plaza, a massive, open-air forum encircled by 56 Ionic columns. Stand at the center and spin slowly. Every direction tells a story. Behind you lies the Caudo Maximus, the city's main thoroughfare paved with original Roman stones, complete with ruts carved by ancient chariots. To your left, the remains of bathhouses and temples. To your right, echoes of marketplaces and gathering spaces. Don't rush. Every step in Jerash uncovers another marvel. The South Theater, with its flawless acoustics, still hosts musical performances today. Sit in the stands and speak your voice will carry effortlessly to the top row. It's a masterclass in Roman engineering. And then there's the Temple of Artemis, built for the patron goddess of the city. Towering Corinthian columns still reach toward the sky, standing proudly against time and weather. It's easy to imagine priests and priestesses walking here, their rituals echoing through the marble halls. But Jerash is more than just ruins. It's a place where stories are carved into every stone, stories of trade, of religion, of war, and peace. During its golden age, Gerasa bustled with life, music, and marketplaces. And now, centuries later, it's being rediscovered by travelers who crave authenticity, history, and wonder. One of the highlights you can't miss is the Roman army and chariot experience. Race. Yes, real chariots racing inside the hippodrome, complete with gladiator reenactments and Roman military drills. It may be theatrical, but it brings history to life in the most thrilling way. Even outside the ancient ruins, modern Jerash has its charm. Nestled in Jordan's lush north, the city is surrounded by rolling hills, olive groves, and cool breezes, a refreshing contrast to the desert landscapes further south. It's a great place to take a break, sip mint tea, and chat with friendly locals who take pride in the legacy they've inherited. As the sun begins to set and the golden light hits the ancient stone, Jerash takes on a magical glow. You can almost see the silhouettes of Roman soldiers marching in formation, hear the cheers from the theater, and feel the pulse of a city that refuses to be forgotten. Jerash isn't just a historical site, it's an experience, a connection, a reminder that greatness isn't buried, it's waiting patiently to be remembered. So, if you've ever dreamed of stepping into ancient Rome without the crowds or chaos, Jerash will exceed your expectations. It's quiet, powerful, and unforgettable. But Jordan isn't done surprising you. In the next and final chapter, we journey to Wadi Rum, the majestic valley of the moon, where endless red sands meet towering granite cliffs, and silence speaks louder than words. What if you could walk on Mars without ever leaving Earth? Welcome to Wadi Rum, Jordan's most otherworldly landscape, a place so surreal and breathtaking that filmmakers use it as a stand-in for distant planets. But this is no movie set. This is real, raw, and unlike anything you've ever seen. Known as the Valley of the Moon, Wadi Rum is a vast desert wilderness stretching across southern Jordan. It's not just sand, it's a dreamscape sculpted by time, where towering sandstone cliffs rise like monuments from the red earth, and where silence reigns so deeply, it echoes in your chest. The moment you enter this protected desert area, you're hit with awe. There's something primal about Wadi Rum. It's quiet, but powerful, desolate, but alive. This land has been inhabited for thousands of years by nomadic Bedouins, and even today, their tents dot the landscape, blending tradition with tourism. You'll start your journey in a 4x4 desert jeep, the only way to truly explore the massive expanse. The terrain is rugged but striking. One minute you're weaving through narrow canyons, the next, You're staring up at vertical rock faces, painted with ancient petroglyphs, messages left by Nabateans and early traders thousands of years ago. One of the highlights? Jebel Dami, the highest peak in Jordan. Climb to the summit, and on a clear day, you can see all the way to Saudi Arabia. It's not an easy hike, but the reward is pure magic. Panoramic views that stretch beyond comprehension, and skies so blue they don't seem real. Another must-see is Al-Khazali Canyon, a narrow slit in the rock that hides ancient inscriptions and offers shade from the desert heat. Or visit the naturally formed rock bridge at Burda, suspended hundreds of feet above the desert floor, a popular challenge for climbers and photographers alike. But the most unforgettable experience in Wadi Rum isn't about adrenaline or landmarks. It's about stillness. As sunset approaches, the desert transforms. The red sands turn golden. Shadows stretch across the dunes. The sky becomes a watercolor of oranges, purples, and blues. And then, darkness. Far from the noise of the world, Wadi Rum offers some of the clearest night skies on the planet. Lie on your back and stare upward. You'll see galaxies, constellations, and shooting stars. No light pollution, no distractions, just you and the universe. It's a moment that makes you feel small in the best possible way. Want a deeper experience? Spend the night at a Bedouin camp. Enjoy traditional zarb meat and vegetables, slow-cooked underground sip sweet tea, and listen to stories by the fire. The hospitality is as warm as the desert sun, and the connection you feel to this land is immediate and lasting. Wadi Rum isn't just beautiful, it's spiritual. It's the kind of place that strips away the noise of modern life and leaves you with only the essentials: space, silence, and perspective. No wonder movies like The Martian, Dune, and Star Wars were filmed here. It's cinematic because it doesn't feel real, but it is, and it's waiting for you. So, if you're looking for a destination that combines adventure, culture, and mind-blowing scenery, Wadi Rum should be at the very top of your list. From Martian landscapes to stargazing dreams, this is Jordan at its most epic. And there you have it, 5 unforgettable places in Jordan that you simply can't miss. From the ancient wonder of Petra to the deep silence of Wadi Rum, this country is full of contrasts, stories, and soul. Jordan isn't just a destination. It's a journey, one that stays with you long after you return home. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, safe travels, and see you in the next video.